I'm calling Sunset Citrus. So, yes. No. Sunset Coast. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel today. My name is Tammy. Today I am making a soap that I'm calling Sunset Coast. So I had a couple of these 1 ounce bottles that I just really wasn't in love with enough to do anything with and just wanting to use them up. So I had used a couple of the coastal fragrances from Candle Science. I think one was Azure Coast, one was Coastal Cottage maybe, and then I use Sunset Citrus from Midwest. I really like that scent actually, and so I just wanted to use that up and kind of come up with a blend, and that's what I did. And I am just tickled with it, and I am tickled with the soap, and I hope you stay tuned to watch because it really turned out pretty good. It's a layer. I made a layered soap, guys. This is like 2 layers. I don't know what's going on with me. Stay tuned. All right, let's get making this Sunset Coast. That's what I'm gonna be calling it. I'm kind of winging it to an extent. I really should plan out my soaps, guys. Do you think? I'm on YouTube. I should be planning these out, and instead of just bringing you along for my let's wing it soaps. But it is what it is. I'm winging it. All right, so I want to start with my blue, and I got a sample from Stephanie at Micah's and More because she heard me say that I wanted a navy that didn't turn black in soap. So I'm going to try her, what's it called? Midnight Blue Mica. So she is probably one of my favorite places to get my micas from. This already in the powder looks much more like a navy than the Rustic Essentials one I hadn't tried. That looks like a navy. Can you see the powder? I don't think I'm going to pre-blend it. I think I'm just going to go for it, guys. Where's my glass? There. Get my glasses on. And I'm going to start with this on my bottom layer. I think I'm done with this scale. Let me make myself some room here. All right, and I'm using my new Winston & Walter. This is their tall and skinny, I think it's 7.5 pounds mold. Let me make myself some room. Hang on. I'm really excited about this fragrance. It smells so dang good. All right, first things first, I need to get this warmed up a bit. Where's my spatula? There it is. Oh, that warmed it right up to 95. Oh, 88. 87. And that is 93. Good enough for me. I'm going to put this back in here. This will probably cool this down a little bit, actually. So I'm using aloe juice instead of water as my extra today. As usual, I have my sugar, sodium lactate. No, I didn't put sodium lactate in here. Dang it. That's twice I've forgotten my sodium lactate today. But I'm just going to put it in now. There we go. Done. So, and it helps when I say what I have in there because then it dawns on me that I forgot. Sodium lactate, sugar, citric acid was in my lye water. So I am going to go ahead and get this blended off into a very light emulsion because this is a layered soap. So I'm going to do it relatively slowly. And I'm going to pour off for my blue. Don't know how much to make. I'm going to do a fair amount, I think. I never know. I never, ever, ever know. That is, well, actually I have my scale right here. Right at 18 ounces. So let's see what 18 ounce does us. As far as my layer. I'm going to give this one a pretty good blast. found my navy. Before saponification, this is navy. There is not any black in this at all. I'm so impressed. All right. I just put my fragrance oil in here. I kind of weighed off my fragrance oil with what I have in here, my 18 ounces, so that I will be fairly even throughout the bar. And I'm going to blast it again because the fragrance oil combo here is pretty nice. I'm trying to decide if I want that any darker, but I'm going to call it. I don't want to go overboard. It's got a bit of a grayness to it that I think if I added a little bit more, it would be nice. I'm going to add just a little bit more. One more little dash. Lovely. I'm glad I did that. I think that's the right tone I'm looking for. What a great color that is. Oh yeah, that gray went away. Let's see what 18 ounces does in my mold here. For future reference, I would want that to be a little bit higher up in the loaf, but I'm not going to make any changes. It's good enough. All right, so next batch or color, I'm going to go ahead and weigh this again. I'm not being super particular about, my colors. And I don't want as much, I think I want to go, that's 14 ounces. So I think I'm going to, actually, I changed my mind. And I'm going to put, where'd that blue go? I'm going to make that a little bit thicker. I just think it's going to look better having more ocean, dark ocean. Because this is just not very thick. Just added the fragrance oil. So this is going to be a little bit lighter, I think, and I'm not going to be hating on that either. It's definitely had a little bit more grayness to it, so that'll be nice to see too, the differences that I'm going to achieve with the different amounts of mica being used. I like that. Okay. Moving right along, guys. I'm just going to, because I just made a mess, clean up the sides a little bit. Sorry if my head was in the way. How many of these am I going to have? How many layers? See, I still don't think this is saponified in here. So this is fine. I'm getting it in here. This is staying nice and fluid. And I'm making sure that it's emulsified once I hit this. So let me see where we're at with this. And I'm just using the same picture. I was going to have different pictures, but you know what? I don't think that's necessary. 16. I'm gonna go a little bit more and maybe do that 18. 18.4. And for this one, I'm going to be using sangria mica, and this is from Rustic Essentials. I got this on clearance way back a year or so ago. I don't think I need too much more. We'll see what that looks like. I had to take a moment to straighten up this counter a little bit. This might want to look like it's racing. The other batch didn't, so I wonder if it's the color combo with the fragrance oil. It's coming right out, so maybe it's just the way it was sitting on top for a second there while I cleaned. Nice and thick for me, and that is what I want. I don't have time to wait for these to harden up on me. I want to just keep going from one layer to the next. I'm just going to bring that blue down. I'm not going to worry about that. It's fine. And pour her in. If it breaks through a little bit, I'm okay with that. That's really a pretty color, actually. Clean up the sides a bit. I'm kind of messy. Next up, we're going to use this orange, and I forget the name of it, from Micah's and More. I don't have my label. I'm like almost out of this orange, and I'm still not getting the label done yet. It may be like a coral orange, something like that. That's 15. That was almost 15, so I'm going to call that good. And throw in my orange. I normally have these processed down and ready to go anymore. I don't normally just throw them in on top of the soap like this. I don't know. Ooh, that's a bright orange. Hoo-wee. It's really maybe not as bright as I at first thought. It's actually going to be a lovely transition if it stays true to this color, which I think it closely does. It's going to be a pretty transition between this and my yellow, I think. Okay, what I'm going to do is kind of do this and hold some of this back. I don't think it's going to take a lot, but I may want to deepen my yellow with that when I'm done blending it. And that way, my layer on top of that will just be the yellow without that. That's my goal. That's my thinking. Let's see how it works out for me. So I went up to 16 and a half. I just felt like I wanted to have a little bit more in here. 16 and a half, and I'm going to be using my sunflower yellow. I believe this will turn orange once it hits the soap, so it's going to be hard to judge my color. That's okay. It turns to a really pretty yellow. Yeah, it's already turning orange on me. And last layer, that was the fragrance oil, so I'm going to go ahead and get this in. And that's just going to deepen that yellow up a tiny bit. I hope a tiny bit anyway. Oh, look how pretty that is. I have had a day today, guys. I have been busy. This is my third soap. I'm going to make at least one more, if not two more tonight. I'm making up for lost time, I think. I've been out of this room for so long. I'm just happy to have a reason. I had to smell it. Did I put the fragrance oil in it? Yes, I did. Happy to have a reason to be down here making soap. Like the last one, I may just keep some of this aside. All right, let's see where I'm at. A mess is where I'm at. All right, so that's 11 and a half. I'm gonna call that good. I have just enough to do a little bit of a top. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. It's getting thicker on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here as well. I don't know if that's gonna be enough to tone that a little bit. Oh, I forgot to flatten that. Hang on. There's just a tiniest bit of ricing. My hands are so soapy. I've got that stick blender all soapy, and I'm not getting a very good grip on it. I must have gone over 30 minutes. I really don't like my camera very much. There was right around close to 10 ounces in this last pitcher. And I have just a little bit of my sunflower yellow in here. All right, and my fragrance oil was darn near perfect as far as getting it throughout the soap appropriately. That makes me happy. And I am going to put just the tiniest bit of TD in here. I have some in a little bit of hot water, or it was hot at one point, just to brighten that up. I'm going to get the stick blender in here because that will make it brighter once it is blended. Your TD will always be brighter unless your name is Lisa and you know how to do it properly. I can never seem to do it well enough to really get a good bright white without stick blending it. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Look how sunny and happy that is. This was a bit of work, guys. Quite a bit of work. I don't have anything going for the top. Well, if I knew what kind of mica drizzle I would want, I would put mica on there, but I don't know what color I would even want to put. I guess the red. Yeah, let's do the sangria mica. Let's do that real quick. Okay. If it gets too thick, it won't work very well. So I have to hurry. A little bit of oil. A little bit of sangria. Just gonna mix this in real well. I did this earlier today and I had too much oil, so it was just pouring out of my little dropper. So this one feels much better and thicker, and hopefully it won't just pour. No, that's nice. This is much better. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Where's my stick? I thought I had it out. Put it up. All right, here we go. Just a little swirl. All right. Oh, I think it's so pretty on top. I'm glad I did that. All right, my lid. That's also very gunky for my hands. I'm going to be putting this on the heat pad out in the main room, 90 minutes with lots of blankets over it, and then it's going to go on like setting 6. That's the highest hottest setting I can get it on. And then we'll cut this in a couple days. Look how pretty that is on top. And the sides. I am really excited about cutting this soap. So I didn't realize this was the second layer soap I made that last weekend. And I don't even care for layers. Look at that. Okay, critiquing. I think that my oceany vibe color, the dark blue, is probably a little deep. I probably would have liked to have started with maybe, I don't know, like a lighter blue and gone darker, because as it goes to the sunset, it looks darker. Maybe I'm backwards. I don't know. I don't live on the ocean. But look at that. I love it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love it. I think the top is really pretty. I'm super happy with this soap, guys. I've never tried one of these more beachy sunset color schemes before. I'm just really happy with it. I have some major craggles on the one side here, but I'm not going to try to clean those off. It is what it is. There's going to be like a major like little divot there, but I'm not going to take soap off away from a customer to fix that. I think that's fine. I'd rather the customer have this little bit of soap on the edge and just have a divot to deal with. Oops, I should maybe make this one into a sample. There, I got 3. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. This is such a lovely scent. I am so pleased with this scent. I will never make it again because I'm not going to order fragrance just to blend with a soap. That's not something I would do. Unless it sold like gangbusters, then maybe. But I really, really like this scent. It's very coastally. It's got a little bit of citrus is coming through, but not a lot of the citrus is coming through from that Midwest fragrance scent. Just a little bit if I look for it. But it's just more of this very warm coastal vibe that I was really looking for, and I'm so happy with how that turned out. And I love the design. I'm not one to do a lot of layers. But I'm very, very happy with how the layers turned out. And this navy, can I say, guys, go check out Micah's and More. I'll link her website down below. This is a really good navy. I think the tops as well. Look at that top. Look at that. I really, really like the top as well. So I love the mica swirls. And I just lost power. Oh, there it comes on. There we go. There's Lily. It's raining quite heavy here today. I come home. This dog is dry as a bone. Lovely, loving on me. We hug, we say hi. I put her down and she immediately runs outside and is just a sopping mess when she comes in. All right, well, you never know what you're going to get with me, do ya? Losing power and a barking dog. Gosh, we love her. All right, I better go because everything's going crazy. So you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you liked the video enough to give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, and comment and let me know what you think of Sunset Coast. See you next week.